Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So this is a very special edition. This is actually my alt account. I did push it up to stage 2800 and that's for a specific reason. On stage 2800 you can get all the different patterns. So I actually sent it out and farmed and let it idle, and basically I wanted to see how the changes would affect somebody at this level. Now, generally, I wouldn't say you would promote at this level. You'd probably wait a little bit, but for the sake of wondering what the breakpoints were, let's get started. So again, we're going to do the typical strategy that we employ, and that is we're going to try to get it to +9. Just get it to +9 without using anything special. And especially since you can see I do not have a lot of equipment. Very few weapon stones and very few special stones too. So we're just going to sit here and spam and try to get it to +9. And come on, scrolls. I do have something like 5 million steel here because at this point, as an example, I was trying to save up and show you I wanted to have a realistic amount of, steel for where somebody would be at this stage if they actually saved up instead of investing in the conquest. And I still would recommend you save your steel instead of investing it in conquest until you get to 5-star legendary. Now, somebody did say that the cap for 5-star legendary is 6,500. So that puts 4-star at, I would guess 4-star comes in at 6,000. 3-star would come in at 5,500. 2-star would come in at 5,000. And 1-star would be at 4,500. So again, you would generally be promoting it almost to Epic 5. And so you wouldn't be able to go all the way, but you would be able to get a decent promotion to, I would guess, around either Legendary 1 or Epic 5. So it is a nerf. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to pretend it's not a nerf. But it's not a dramatic nerf. It just spreads things out a little bit. And the way you would handle it is it would just be okay. Instead of me pumping, my bow exclusively, I now need to switch and do my bow and my arrow. This is just not cooperating at all. And I don't have enough weapon stones here where I'm like, oh, let me spend some of those because I just only have 78. And we don't know how high this can go. So again, I mean, it's a mixed bag. I think I did mine, I want to say it was when I got the 2-star patterns. I think it was in the, okay, there we go, we got the 9 finally. Can we get back to, see, I don't want to burn these scrolls. I mean, not the scrolls, I don't mind burning the scrolls, I don't want to burn the stones. I don't have very many. And I don't know how high we can get either. That's a problem. I especially don't have very many shining weapon scrolls, so this is going to be problematic. This is what I mean when you start a little early, you just don't have like the resources. And the resources I'm talking about are the weapon stones, because you can't farm those don't drop from stages. You get to buy 5 of those a day. And of course I have been playing my alt account, so I definitely haven't been buying 5 a day. But that's about it. So it's not like you can really rush this early anyways. I mean, it depends how lucky you get. I think 70 stones should be more than enough, but we have to use them sparingly. We basically can't be using them willy-nilly. And even with a 4-star bow, I feel like this would be the earliest you'd even want to try to do this, just because of how tedious it is. Like, look at just how awful this is. And if I had to guess how high we could promote, I would guess we'd be able to make it to, I'm going to say 5-star uncommon, 5-star rare. Maybe 1-star epic. So that's my guess. I could see it being as low as 4-star rare. But we'll see about what I get at. And I imagine that they probably somewhat correlated it to, like, if you could get this pattern to drop at this stage, we would let you, because I think 6500, like right after that, is the 5-star rare patterns. So that would be 10 promotions, but that doesn't sound right. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I can ever get this to +9. And I have no choice but to do it this way because I'm poor on this account. And I can't do it on my other account because I've already exceeded all their limitations. Alright, thank gosh. 10. 11. Alright, switch to this. 12. Okay, good. Good, and we can promote this. Okay, we can definitely promote it again. Okay, let's get going. So again, I'm just kind of curious to see what the limitations are for stage 2800. And again, this to me is way earlier, and what I mean by this is way earlier than you would normally do it. At these stages, leveling your heroes up, ascending Luke and Tristan up. There's so many different ways to progress that sitting here and grinding archer gear like this, unless you're trying to stay ahead of the curve. Don't get me wrong, like everything counts, right? But I just don't know that this is worth doing at this stage. Mostly because of how limited your resources are. Like you see, I don't have a lot of weapon stones. And you'll be going up stages pretty quickly. So it's not like you're going to need the bow, as the bow shouldn't be, well, your equipment and your archer equipment in general shouldn't be the limiting factor in your progression, whereas once you get into the 4000s and 5000s, I would say probably late, like 48, 4900, when you're getting that point, you're going to kind of slow down unless you do this. Maybe even as low as 4500. It's hard to say because it is kind of a smoother curve, but when you do it, you'll notice a big power jump. Come on, yay! But you can see I am just chewing through mats here. Oh, that's nice. It went right up. Okay. Okay, we can get it up further. And so at this point, this bow is now... So I am getting 5-star uncommon gear from just stage drops right now. So this bow has exceeded that. But again, this is not what I would consider overpowered for where I am. This is definitely within. It's stronger than anything else I'll have right now. And if I went and I turned this bow loose, I'd probably push I don't know how many stages, because this is a big power gain. But a lot of that is because I would be able to push anyways because I kind of artificially held my power back at this stage. Okay, there we go. We got to +9 again. And that's just because, like, I'll log into my alt account, look at something, pick up the, idle rewards and all that kind of stuff. It's not a ton of rewards, don't get me wrong, but everything counts. Can you go right back up? Okay, thank you. I don't mind spending one like that to get it right back up to where we can do this, but I mean... You can see why that's kind of painful to do. I mean, I don't even have that many... I can't believe how poor I am. I mean, I can. But still. I mean, again, that is more the reason why I would say you wait until you're in the 4,000. And also depends how quick you advance stages. If you kind of climb stages slow and you have lots of extra weapon stones, then it makes more sense to try and promote your bow early because you're not farming as much. But, it's a mixed bag. One thing I will say is try to save your shining weapon stones. Okay, there we go. We got it to 13. Okay, we're able to go at least to 3-star. So again, this is now two bow levels higher than what I would expect to have right now. Five-star uncommon Gearus trickling in from quest rewards and things like that, and we have now passed that by 2 promotions. Again, though, this is not going to be nearly as good as it was before, but again, at this stage, you wouldn't really be able to pump it that high. You know, that's the whole thing. This is not a stage of the game where you would be able to be doing big pumping in terms of upgrading, just because of the limitations of your raw resources, and because there's so many other ways to advance. That's one of the things that's hard to explain to people, is that especially in the early game, you can advance without using the meta team. You can do all, you can really, it just means that later, damn it, that it just means that later, when you go and you have to rebalance your team, if you decide to, you're going to have to move towards the meta team, or you're just going to progress slower than everybody else. The meta team is just to help you progress the fastest, using the best heroes and reducing waste in the system. Like don't like not ascending like Logan to, like, you know, something high. Because again, those characters start out really, really strong and then they fall off. That's just part of the problem. Come on. I just want to get you to +9. Why can't we cooperate here? And again, if I was actually going to play, this would be a huge upgrade, regardless of what the cap is, because I'm doing it so early compared to when I did it in my other account. $11, $12, okay. Oof. Okay, we can at least get to 4-star. Alright, so the limitations so far. Okay, we can at least get it to 4-star, so that's pretty good. I mean, I will say this, that is actually higher than I thought we would get it. Or no, wait. I said Epic 1. I said the lowest I would expect the restriction on was 4-star Epic. But the highest I'd expect to get it to is... Oh, shit. Alright, well, it went up. Okay. Is 1-star Epic. So we'll see. It's going to be hard to determine what they decide. 10. Come on, give me what I need. Give me a 12. Alright. Okay, we can go to 5-star. Alright, we'll go. That's interesting. I wonder if they only made it like legendary restrictions? I guess we'll find out. And of course, I am using a Frostbow. I do believe Frost is the best affix. Somebody on the Discord did try Poison, but Poison, from what they said, Poison did not have a measurable difference in how fast they cleared waves, so they just stuck with Frost. That makes sense. It goes back to the whole thing of... So first, I think they use Ellie for Poison because they leveled her up. I'm going to be experimenting with Ellie and leveling her up for 2 reasons. One is just because I feel like Ellie will be better than Adrian, maybe. I mean, I'll have to do some experimentation to determine that for real, but I feel like she'll be better. And second is, I want to at least experiment with Poison, and leveling Ellie up to like Legendary is a very easy way to conduct those experiments. Oh, thank goodness, right to 12. Okay, we can go to Epic. Okay. Let's see how high we can go. Maybe they only restricted Legendary. So again, this would be a huge upgrade for my alternate account of this, because this is basically 6 power levels higher right now. and about to be 7. But the problem is I'm literally running out of resources. I'm running out of scrolls. I'm running out of the shining scrolls now. Again, mostly because I wouldn't expect to promote something this early. Just don't have the shining scrolls. And shining scrolls are kind of crucial unless you have lots of weapon stones, and I don't have lots of weapon stones. So again, like all this depends on how fast you advance, though. If like you don't always push, and sometimes you just farm the same stage, and mostly you just check in day to day to make sure, hey, I got enough stuff, right? You might have tons of weapon stones lying around, and this might be a much more viable strategy for you. Come on. And now again, if I was actually pushing this account, this would be an amazing spot for him. Oh, damn. Damn it. Okay, we got that. Fine. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. 11. Go to 12, please. Please, please, please. Thank you. Okay, so wow, so this was... I really wasn't too off, because... Okay, so stage 2900 is the epic bow. So that's kind of curious. How much steel do I have left over? Yeah. No, we might as well just get it up to plus 12, right? At least, I mean, there's... So I don't really want to play my alt account again, but there we go. We have... I would say this is pretty generous. I mean, sure, allowing me to go all the way to a legendary bow would be better, right? But you can tell by my materials, I'm not really able to make that happen with what I have. I'm almost out of weapon stones. Or I'm almost out of shining stones, which is a key. I could probably get it a few more levels. But again, 100 stages is nothing. 100 stages is nothing at all. I just don't want to necessarily commit to trying to get to 2900 for this. I'll have to think about it. But then again, it's somebody else probably will be able to do this better than me. And I mean, somebody will probably... I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I just don't want to start playing my alt account again. That's really the bottom line. Not because I don't enjoy playing my alt account, but because my alt account isn't ad-free, and I really don't want to pay. I like the game, but not enough to want to pay for ad-free twice. Very close. Okay, so theoretically we might have been able to get it to... maybe... This is very maybe get promoted enough to get it to Epic 3. So... Now let's... I mean, that's enormous, right? It's like 10 times as powerful. Again, not as good as a legendary bow, but I mean... You saw the problem. While I wasn't running out of steel, I was running out of the weapon stones. I was really running out of the shining weapon enhanced scrolls. So... But still, that's a pretty big upgrade. I didn't struggle too much to make it. And, yeah. I'm kind of, Let me equip my old bow. Yeah, I did try a poison bow, but it was just because I got a S rank poison bow first. And then I was like, man, I should just upgrade this because it's a S rank poison bow. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I got to go farm the frost bow because the frost bow is the correct bow to use. So, now where I'm at right now, for me to invest the time in doing this, this would be huge for my alt account. I mean, again, you see that this bow has about 4,000 attack. This new bow is more than 10 times stronger than that. So this new bow would be just amazing. Completely amazing. Probably could easily push... I guarantee you I could push to 2,900. I didn't... I stopped at 2,800 not because I was like, damn, I'm getting clubbed by ogres. I stopped at 2,800 to get the other recipes because I was like, well, let's see what the promotion thing is. Maybe it's kind of... Like, if it was lower, like if it wasn't... If it wasn't Epic 1, I would have had lots more materials left over, and then it would have been like, wow, do I try to do the arrow next? But the fact that we can just push our bow all the way up like that, yeah. That means that the overhead is... There's plenty of overhead for where we need to go. But that said, let me think about this. If Legendary 5 is 6,500, Legendary 4 is 6, Legendary 3 is 55, Legendary 2 is 5, and yeah, if Legendary 1 really ends up being 4,500, then I wouldn't consider it a big deal. I mean, yeah, I would much rather be, Legendary, full Legendary, but... And don't get me wrong, I don't know the difference between... You know what? I can't look here. Or wait, maybe I can. Oops. Can I even see the difference between these? No, because they're undiscovered. I mean, I know there's a difference. But I wonder if it's a big enough... how big is the difference? And again, all this would mean is that, I crafted my legendary bow, right? And I waited to craft my legendary arrow until I had a 5-star bow. Assuming you can get legendary 1 at 4,500, and you probably get legendary 2. Like 5,000, if you can get legendary 2, I don't believe there's a huge difference between 2 and 5. And I'm talking completely out of my ass like that because I don't remember at all what the difference is. Oh, it doesn't even tell you how strong these are. Damn. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't speculate at this point. But regardless, if you're curious what the restrictions are, we were able to get to Epic 1 star with the next promotion being blocked at 2,900. And, yeah. How much? Yeah, I probably had enough steel to almost probably get close to legendary. But again, the fact that it's that low, like, this would easily get you 100 stages. I probably could get 100 stages now with my guys right here. And I am rambling a bit, but it's because I'm trying to quantify this, and I don't have a good way to quantify it. I mean, if you look at this, right, the Epic 2-star bow is about... It's about 20% better, a little less. I think it's about 25%. The level jump's about 25%. So, yeah, I guess legendary, if you got to legendary 1 and then 25, 25, 25, yeah. That would make... That'd make it about half as powerful. It is what it is. I've done the research for you. I'll leave it up to you to determine if upgrading is worth it for you or not. If you have upgraded, here's an example of how you'll get stuck. And again, for this account, I'm only on stage 2,800. It's an account I didn't even consider leveling the bow up before, but now we've got the bow just because I wanted to see what changed. So Once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, please write something in the comments. I am going to report my findings to the Discord just so that they have an idea of what the limitations are. And if you're at a different stage and you encounter a different limitation, like you're at stage 4,500 and you're doing it for the first time, and please tell us the breakpoints, because the more data we can collect on this, the better. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And please have a great day.